Welcome to this informational video series about life skills. In these videos, we cover topics every young adult needs to understand in order to succeed after graduating from high school.
Topics like money management, housing, college, and career choices and staying safe and healthy.
Visit the Life Skills Resources page of our website at www.refugeedevelopmentcenter.org for more life skills videos, as well as PowerPoint presentations, tests, teaching tips, translated vocabulary lists and handouts, and other resources.
Becoming an adult can be a scary process, but with a little knowledge, guidance, you can soon be on your way to succeeding on your own and achieving your life dream.
We look forward to joining you on this exciting journey. In this video, we will be answering your questions about money management.
How do I know if I have enough money to move out of my parents' house?
How do I open a bank account and pay bills?
How do I manage credit cards, debts, and avoid other unwise financial decisions?
These are some of the most important questions for people our age, since learning to succeed with your money can mean the difference between dreaming about your future
and taking your own steps towards achieving those dreams. What are some of the dreams you have for your life? What do you hope to achieve? Going to college?
Buying a home?
Traveling around the world? No matter where your life goes, they all have something in common. You're eventually going to need money for all of them.
So the first thing you should do to prepare for a successful future achieving your dreams is to learn to become financially independent, or learn to manage your own money.
And the first step towards that is to create a budget for yourself.
A budget is a plan for how to meet your own financial goals based on how much money you make.
Every person's financial goals are different, so every person's budget plan will be different, but there are some things that everyone's budget has to include.
Let's look at a sample budget worksheet. You can print one out from our Life Skills Resources page at www.refugeedevelopmentcenter.org.
In the first section, list how much money or income you bring each month.
In this example, the person has one job that pays him $2,000 every month and is planning to live with a roommate who will pay for half of the cost of rent and utilities.
That makes this person's total monthly income $2,360. In the next section of the worksheet, list your fixed expenses.
These things are called fixed expenses because they don't change. This is the bare minimum that you'll need to survive on your own. Be sure to include a place to live, utilities like light, heat, and water, food, transportation, some means of communication, any debts you already owe, and an emergency fund.
In this example, the person's fixed expenses total is $1,655 each month.
You might be wondering what the emergency fund is. This is money you set aside that you only use for emergencies, so that if your car breaks down, you can fix it and continue to go to work. Or if you lose your job, you can look for a new job without losing your home.
In your emergency fund, you should always have at least $1,000, but ideally enough to cover all your fixed expenses for 3 months. You can think of it as an investment in your own security and peace of mind. Creating an emergency fund may seem like a big challenge, but it won't take long if you create it before you move out of your parents' home and have a lot on your own expenses.
After you have this fund, make sure you put money back into it right away after each time you have to use it. Also, try to add 10% of your income to it each month to save for future goals like purchasing a home or a car or attending college.
After you have figured your total monthly fixed expenses, subtract this number from your total monthly income at the top of the sheet to find out how much you will have left each month for your variable expenses.
Variable expenses are everything else you want to buy. Clothes, gifts, movies, game systems, vacations, restaurants, cars, mansions.
The person in this example has monthly income of $2,360 and fixed expenses of $1,655, which leaves them with $705 for variable expenses.
Here are a few tips for when you're thinking about what you want to spend your variable income on. Set your financial priorities before your paycheck comes in. If you'd like to purchase a home or go to college or take a trip, you may want to set aside a large part of your paycheck each month to save for those longer-term goals, rather than spending it on that new jacket you've been admiring at the mall that you don't really need.
Shop competitively. Many stores sell the same thing for very different prices. If you're having trouble keeping your expenses around the amount you're budgeted for them, think about shopping at a secondhand store or a garage sale, buying items online, or comparing prices at different grocery stores.
Consider visiting a financial planner. Financial planners are money experts who can help you work out a budget or understand savings and investment opportunities and help you achieve your financial goals. Search online or ask friends for recommendations of a financial planner who offers free consultations.
It's never too early to think about saving and investing money for your retirement. Whatever your short or long-term financial goals and dreams are,
Moving out of your parents' house, going to college, or buying a home.
making a budget is the first step towards achieving them.
In the next chapter, we'll learn about your next step toward managing your own money: banking.
After you have created a budget plan for yourself, your next important step towards managing your own money and achieving your dream is
Opening your own bank or credit union account. There are two main types of accounts: checking accounts and savings accounts. Checking accounts are easy to access, and people usually use them for paying bills and making purchases.
saving accounts are designed to help you collect and save money. Most people open both checking and savings account.
One easy way to make sure that you are regularly adding money to your emergency fund is to ask for part of your paycheck to be deposited into your checking account and part of it into your savings account each month. You can set this up through your employer or your bank or credit union.
Banks and credit union are very similar, but credit union are usually more customer friendly. When you're choosing a bank or a credit union, you should think about two main things.
First, fees. A fee is money you pay to a bank or a credit union. Some banks charge you a monthly fee for having an account, a monthly fee if you don't keep a certain amount of money in your account or the minimum balance, a daily fee if you overdraft or try to take out money that you don't have, a fee for using an ATM to take out cash, and lots of other fees. The best credit unions and banks offer free checking accounts with as few fees as possible.
Second, think about location. Does your bank or credit union have location or ATM close to where you live? You don't want to have to drive all the way across town every time you need some cash.
After you've done your research and have chosen a bank or credit union, opening an account with them is easy. Just visit the bank or credit union during business hours.
Usually Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
With your driver's license or state ID, social security number, and at least $25 to deposit into your new account.
Some banks allow you to create smaller sub-accounts within your saving or checking account. For example, in your checking account, you can designate one sub-account for rent, another one for utilities, and another one for food, and then automatically transfer parts of your paycheck into these sub-accounts.
This can make sticking to your budget plan easier, since what is left in your main checking account after all these transfers is all the money you've got left.
After you have opened a checking or saving account, you can purchase checks, papers you can purchase with your bank account number on them, and the bank or credit union will also give you a debit card with your name on it to access your money.
A debit card looks like a credit card, but is different because when you use a credit card, you are creating new debt.
Paying for things with the money that you don't have right now, you'll have to pay that money back to the credit company later.
But when you use a debit card, you're paying for things with money straight from your own checking account.
Make sure you have enough money in your checking account to cover your check and debit card purchase. Otherwise, you'll have to pay a fee. Many banks and credit unions have online systems and apps for your phone that allows you to keep track of how much money is in your account every day.
One of the best things about opening a bank account is that you can schedule automatic payments for many of your monthly fixed expenses. If you don't do this, you will get bills in the mail every month showing what you need to pay to each company, and you'll have to send a check to each company to pay for those expenses.
Most companies charge a fee if you pay after their monthly due date. So setting up an auto pay for fixed expenses like rent and utilities, either through these companies or through your bank or credit union, can save you $100 in late fees.
It is very important that if you move to a different address, you update these companies as well as the post office with your new address so you don't miss any bill payments. Not paying one of your bills on time means you could get a negative credit rating, which can make it difficult to get a loan to buy a car or purchase a home or take out money to go to college.
For a paying bill worksheet to help you make sure you're paying your bills on time and more information about how to write a check, visit our life skill resource page at www.refugeedevelopmentcenter.org.
As you can see, opening a bank account or credit union account is an important step in managing your money. In the last chapter, we're now going to learn how to avoid several common financial traps so that you can keep moving forward toward achieving your dreams.
One of the biggest traps that can keep you from accomplishing your goals and achieving your life dream is getting into debt, because you can never truly be free to pursue your future
as long as you're still paying for your past. Think long and hard about purchasing anything you can't pay for with money you already have. Even borrowing from or loaning money to a friend or family member can change the feeling of your relationship with them. And anytime you consider lending money to someone, you should be prepared to not have them pay it back.
Sorry. Interest is the fee, sometimes calculated daily, sometimes monthly, that you pay to a bank for a privilege of borrowing money from them. If you have decided to take out a loan, you should look for one that charges the lowest amount of interest. Usually loans to buy a home or to go to college have the lowest interest rate.
Credit cards have the highest interest rate of any loans, and you should avoid them at any cost. If you only make the minimum monthly payment on a typical credit card with a 25% interest rate, it will still take you over 7 years and $1,800 to pay for an item that cost you just $1,000.
Whatever kind of loan you consider, you should think long and hard about whether you want to add these monthly payments to your monthly fixed expenses.
In addition to credit cards and other debt, here are several other important financial traps to avoid.
Number 1, failing to pay your taxes.
You must file your taxes each year by April 15th. You can pay an expert called a tax preparer to do this for you. Most charge less than $100. Be sure to collect records of pay from all employers for them. If you do not file your taxes on time or you don't report all of your income on them, you can be fined and even go to jail.
Ooh, you better pay your taxes. Number 2, losing vital documents.
Like graduation documents or proof of residency status. Replacing vital documents like these can take a long time and cost a lot of money. If you don't have them, you won't be able to get a driver's license or a home loan, or even apply for a job.
Here is a list of vital documents that you should always keep stored in a secure location, such as a filing cabinet, fireproof lockbox where others do not have access to them.
Social security card.
Never keep them in your purse or wallet.
Green card. Certificate of citizenship. Birth certificate. Marriage certificate. Passport. Titles of ownership.
For your house or a car or a boat or a cabin.
Graduation diploma. Car registration.
Keep one copy in your vehicle and one in a secure location.
Insurance papers.
For your house or a car or an airplane or a hotel.
7 years of tax documents.
This is how long the government can check your taxes. It is also a good idea to keep a record of all your account numbers for your phone, internet, bank, loan, and etc. in a secure location. The third and final trap you'll want to avoid is letting your vital documents expire.
You have to renew some documents every year. others every 5 years, and some every 10 years. Renewing these documents after they have expired can cost you a lot of money or prevent you from being able to do things like buy a house or get married, and could potentially jeopardize your immigration status.
Here's a list of other documents required regular renewal.
Driver's license, vehicle registration, voter registration, green card, passport.
For a list of vital documents, check out our life skill resource page at www.refugeedevelopmentcenter.org.
Thank you for joining us for this informational life skills video about money management. With these financial tools,
budgeting and banking, as well as an understanding of how to avoid financial pitfalls, you're ready to take your next steps towards achieving your financial independence
having a successful future,
and living your dreams.